Close your eyes for a second and picture this. Crisp morning air filling your lungs, the sounds of birds echoing above instead of freeway traffic, and your kids riding their bikes down leafy, tree-lined streets. You open your door, step out into peace, yet you're only minutes from Sacramento's energy and opportunity. That's Carmichael. It's where tranquility and convenience collide. But here's the question. Is it really the perfect balance? Or does it come with trade-offs you'll want to know about?
Hey, I'm Josh Lasquete, realtor, husband, data-free, and someone who cares deeply about helping families like yours stay grounded in truth while building something lasting for today and the future.
Now, one of the biggest pros of living in Carmichael is the community itself. These aren't just cookie-cutter neighborhoods where people move in and out every couple years. Carmichael is filled with established families, folks who have been here for decades, and neighbors who still wave when you walk by. There's a sense of community here. Kids grow up riding their bikes on the same streets their parents once did. If you're raising a family, you'll feel that culture of stability and belonging. Another standout, the greenery. Carmichael is home to some of the most beautiful parks and trails in the Sacramento region. You've got the American River Parkway, miles of trails for walking, biking, or just clearing your head. Ansel Hoffman Park and its golf course, where you can spot deer roaming in the early morning mist. And the FEA Nature Center, a gem for kids and adults alike, teaching about local wildlife, and the Jensen Botanical Gardens, with flowers blooming through the seasons. This isn't just about having a park nearby, it's about a lifestyle. If you love being outdoors, kayaking on the river, or having a peaceful place to think, Carmichael delivers in spades. And for me, this green space is a reminder that a healthy life isn't just built inside our homes, it's nurtured outside of them too. Now, let's talk about housing. Carmichael has range. On one hand, you've got mid-century ranch-style homes with character and history. The kind of homes that make you feel like you've stepped into a storybook from the 1950s. On the other end of the spectrum, you've got large estates perched near the river, some selling for millions, with sprawling yards and tree-lined drives. And then there's middle ground. New developments like the Paseos at Carmichael, offering all-electric, sustainable homes at a more approachable price point. That diversity means Carmichael has something for everyone, whether you're a first-time homebuyer looking for an entry point or someone chasing prestige and luxury. Few Sacramento suburbs can claim that kind of mix. Now, if you've got kids or plan to, schools are always part of the conversation. Carmichael is served by the San Juan Unified School District, and many of its schools hold strong reputations, often B+ or above. That consistency gives families confidence in planning long-term roots here. But it's not just schools. Carmichael also offers top-notch local services. You've got Mercy San Juan Medical Center nearby, which has been trusted for decades. Local libraries, parks, departments, and community centers that keep families connected. Now, these services aren't glamorous, but they're essential. The type of infrastructure that gives you peace of mind when life throws its curveballs. And finally, location. Carmichael is that sweet spot. Quiet, suburban peace without being hours away from the action. Downtown Sacramento is just a short drive. Freeway access isn't perfect everywhere, but overall, you're positioned well to get where you need to go. Whether that's work, the airport, or a weekend trip to Tahoe. Locally, you've got grocery stores, mom and pop restaurants, coffee shops, and shopping centers within minutes. It's suburban living with convenience. For many families, that balance, not too far from the city, not stuck in the middle of nowhere, is exactly what makes Carmichael attractive. So, when you add it all up, community, parks, diverse housing, schools, services, and location, you start to see why Carmichael has such staying power. But as with any place, it's not all roses. There are challenges, quirks, and trade-offs that you'll want to know about before calling this place home. Let's talk about those next. Now, as much as I'd love to say Carmichael is perfect, let's be honest, it isn't. One of the first challenges that you'll face is cost. The median price for a single family home here is hovering around the mid to upper $500,000, with price per square foot creeping into the 340 plus range. That means homes aren't exactly bargains. And because it's such a desirable area, good homes don't sit long, they move quickly. If you fall in love with a place, you'll need to be ready to make a strong offer. Now, given the time of the market that we're in, things are slower. But when you find the house that you want, chances are someone else is going to want it too. So don't sit too long on it, make your offer, and get your foot in that door. Here's something I always tell clients. Carmichael is a patchwork quilt. On one street, you'll find a gorgeous Riverview estate worth millions. And 2 blocks over, you might find a neighborhood that's a little rougher around the edges. Some areas shine with pride of ownership, manicured lawns, cared for homes, while others feel like they're still catching up. This isn't necessarily a deal breaker, but it means you need to be intentional about where in Carmichael you buy. Not every pocket delivers the same experience, and that can surprise people who only see the postcard version. Next up, traffic. Carmichael is close to Sacramento, which is great, but depending on where you live in Carmichael, getting to the freeway can feel like a trek. Fair Oaks Boulevard, Marconi, and Sunrise can get jammed during peak hours. If you work downtown or need to commute, often the extra time in the car can add up. It's not like gridlock like Los Angeles, but it's worth factoring in. Some people love the peace here, but don't love the drive that comes with it. Now, older homes need upgrades. Carmichael's charm comes from its older, established neighborhoods, but with age comes maintenance. And many of these homes were built in the 1950s through the 1980s. They've got character, vaulted ceilings, brick fireplaces, sprawling yards, but like a classic car, they often need love. Plumbing, electrical, roofs, HVAC systems. You may have to invest in upgrades. Some people love rolling up their sleeves, fixing things, and bringing out the beauty. Others would rather just move in and not worry about it. If you're the first type, Carmichael can feel like a playground. If you're the second, it might feel like a headache. And finally, new construction. While there are developments popping up like the Paseos, Carmichael doesn't have the same level of new build activity that you'll find in places like Roseville or Elk Grove. If you're dreaming of a brand new home with modern layouts and zero maintenance, your options here are limited. That scarcity also means higher demand, so competition for those new builds can get fierce. It's a reminder that Carmichael is still more about established living than rapid expansion. So yes, Carmichael has its quirks, but you know what? Sometimes the imperfections are what make a place real. A classic car isn't flawless, but when cared for, it tells a story and holds value. Now, Carmichael is similar, not perfect, but full of potential. And if you know what to expect, you can turn those challenges into opportunities. Which brings us to what's new and what's next. Let's talk about current trends and the developments shaping Carmichael's future. Now, one of the most exciting things happening here is the Paseos at Carmichael. This is an all-electric, sustainable community designed with low-impact development in mind. That means not just homes that look good, but homes that actually work with the environment. Energy efficient appliances, solar readiness, water runoff systems. These homes are built for the future, and they're a signal that Carmichael isn't stuck in the past. People want sustainability. They want healthier homes, and the Paseos is leading the charge right here in Carmichael. The floor plans run from just over 1,100 to almost 2,000 square feet. So you're getting adequate sizing without losing modern function. And at the same time, many families are taking Carmichael's older homes and giving them new life. I've seen kitchens being opened up, energy efficient windows replacing drafty ones, backyards turned into outdoor living spaces. It's the best of both worlds, the charm of an established neighborhood with the convenience of modern upgrades. This is where Carmichael really shines for the hands-on homeowner. Now, another trend worth noting is how prestige neighborhoods in Carmichael continue to hold value even as the market shifts. Places like Wilhagen, Del Deo, Carmichael Colony, and Garden of the Gods are highly sought after because of their large lots, proximity to the American River, and the sense of exclusivity they carry. Homes in these areas often sell for well over $1 million, and they're not just about square footage. They represent legacy. Buyers are looking at these properties as long-term investments for their families, not just a place to sleep at night. That prestige gives Carmichael a unique edge compared to other Sacramento suburbs. What makes Carmichael different from areas like Roseville or Elk Grove is that growth here feels measured. You don't see massive master planned communities overtaking farmland. Instead, you see a balance, small intentional developments paired with a strong base of established neighborhoods. For buyers, that means less of a boom and bust cycle and more of a steady, rooted market. It's appealing to families who want stability. The idea that community you buy into today will feel much the same in 10 years, just a little more polished and refreshed. Now, if you're considering Carmichael, these trends are worth paying attention to. New sustainable builds means you have options for move-in ready living. Renovations mean older homes can be turned into gems with the right vision. And prestige neighborhoods means strong, long-term equity for those willing to invest. Put it all together, and Carmichael is quietly positioning itself as one of Sacramento's most balanced, forward-thinking suburbs. It's not about explosive growth. It's about thoughtful evolution. And for many families, that's exactly what they're looking for. So when you look at Carmichael today, you see a place that honors its roots while still adapting to the times. The parks, the history, the prestige are all here. But now you've got builders pushing for sustainability, homeowners modernizing, and families investing in legacy, which leads us to something deeper. What does it really mean to live in a prestigious community like Carmichael? Let's talk about the neighborhoods that carry weight and the sense of legacy they create. When people hear the word prestige, they usually think of dollar signs, big homes, gated entries, long driveways. And yes, Carmichael absolutely has that. Communities like Wilhagen Del Deo, Carmichael Colony, and Garden of the Gods have become synonymous with exclusivity and elegance. Homes here often climb into the millions, offering views of the river, oversized lots, and the sense that you've made it. But here's what I want you to hear. Prestige isn't just about the price tag. It's about the story that your home tells. In Carmichael, prestige neighborhoods carry a certain weight because they're not cookie cutter. Each home feels unique, crafted, and full of character. Some are mid-century masterpieces with clean lines and open concepts. Others are stately riverfront homes that seem to whisper history as you walk past. These aren't developments where every house looks the same. These are neighborhoods where people poured time, effort, and vision into their homes. And when you live here, you're not just buying 4 walls and a roof. You're stepping into a legacy that's been carefully shaped over decades. Prestige also shows up in the way that people live. Families who move into Carmichael often stay for decades. They plant trees that their grandkids will one day climb. They build patios and porches where countless dinners and conversations happen. They invest in renovations, not because they're chasing a trend, but because they want their home to grow with them. That's the kind of prestige money can't buy, the kind that comes from living rooted. And when you drive through these neighborhoods, you can feel it. It's not just wealth on display, it's heritage, it's commitment, it's continuity. If you're looking for a home in Carmichael, these prestigious areas offer more than luxury. They offer security in both lifestyle and long-term value. A home in Wilhagen Del Deo or near the river isn't just a house, it's a statement of intention. This is where we're choosing to build our story. And that, to me, is the heart of real estate. Because a house is wood and nails, but a home is faith, family, and the memories that echo inside those walls. Carmichael has neighborhoods that invite you to build that kind of legacy. So yes, Carmichael has prestige, but prestige isn't just about status, it's about meaning. And if we zoom out for a moment, the bigger picture here is this. Choosing a home, especially in a place like Carmichael, is really choosing what kind of story that you want to tell with your life. So, is Carmichael perfect? No community ever is. But is it a place where you can build a life that matters? A life rooted in family, in legacy, in peace of mind? I believe it absolutely can be. And if you're curious about Carmichael, or you're ready to take that next step toward finding a home here, I'd love to walk alongside you in that journey. Drop your questions in the comments. Tell me what matters most to you in a home. And if you're looking for more insights like this, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss what's coming up next. And for those who want even deeper exclusive tips, join my VIP list with the link below. And if you're ready to chat about buying or selling, you can book a free discovery call with me. Those links are down there too. And let me leave you with this reminder. At the end of the day, a house is more than walls and windows. It's the story you write inside. So build boldly, live rooted, and never forget, a single smile is infectious. It can spread joy and cover a mile. We'll see you next time.